So Elena, you went through a LinkedREvolution about 2 months ago. So I'm just super curious to hear what happened since then. What did you implement and what happened for you?
Well, I can say that many things happened, miracles happened, but if you allow me, I want to start with a story before that. And how did I find about Linked Revolution?
Yeah.
I saw your TEDx talk. This intrigued me a lot. It resonated a lot with me, and that's how I approached you. So I decided to start building a relationship with you. And we had our call, I believe, in October.
Hmm.
And then I felt that we connected really well in terms of values and the way we see things and how things should happen in
Hmm.
business, doing business really in a more authentic way. And I was really curious about your Changemakers Hub. And I don't know if you remember that I asked you when will this start again because I
Hmm.
want to be
Hmm.
part of it. Then Linked Revolution was launched, and I said, I'm in it. I just love it.
So what
So
happened? What happened since then? You went through the program. You told me before you were a very good student. You basically, between each session, you went through the homework, you did the exercises, and what happened because of that?
well, what happened is when you're a diligent student and you implement and when you show up, that things just happen. You attract the right people, and that's how it started with me. Actually, after the second week, when I started to do the exercises with the autopilot, and then people started to look at my profile, and then I started, to feel and choose which might be the right person for me to connect with. And I just started to follow your sequences. And I have amazing results. And the biggest result is I signed a contract yesterday with a company, a British company, and I will be coaching four managers and the managing director between them. And my agenda for February is full. I have many Skype calls scheduled with people who are interested in talking to me, which is really amazing. And I'm really grateful to you, Daniel.
So this is really amazing. And like, there's something you shared with me before as well. First you said, I reached out to a lot of people and then you went like, no, 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 actually I didn't reach out to a lot of people. So what happened instead? People reached
What
out to
happened
you,
is that
right?
they started to look at my profile and to send me requests for connection. And then I started to accept these requests, and then following the sequences, thanking them, and asking them the right questions, and that's how we started to develop dialogues in depth. And what it took me 2 months to get these results, but it needs a lot of persistency and belief, and you need to
Hmm.
show up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it cannot happen.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And also, I mean, that is not a small thing. I mean, it's a big contract and it's a long-term thing. And, it's not just like, you do one coaching hour with them. It's a long-term project and you coach four people in the company. And this, I mean, that's a big thing. I mean, usually, for most people, this takes like 9 to 12 months as a sales cycle, for
Yeah.
them to get anywhere because these are big deals.
I do believe that everything is about energy.
Mm.
What you exude as energy is what you attract. So
Hmm.
for me, having in mind what I went through and my personal journey, it's about confidence, it's about competence, it's about belief, and it's about showing up authentically. So that's what I did. Just I was myself.
Yeah, I love that. So much resonates with me because that's what LinkedREvolution is all about. You do business on LinkedIn by being you, by being authentic. And that's when the beautiful things start to happen. And that's when the right people come into your world. And that's when you don't have to pressure anybody. That's when you attract people instead of chase them down and things like that.
Absolutely.
And it's just so much more effortless, right?
Yeah, and it feels so right for me. And what I want to say is maybe I was not ready a year ago,
Hmm.
or maybe I didn't find the right program because I don't like to be pushy. And when I read about your program and your announcement and video, I said, that's so much me. It resonates so much with me. It's so right for me. So I really highly recommend this amazing program because it creates huge impact. And most of all, it creates impact in the lives of the people we want to serve. because that's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit more. What are some of the other things that are happening? You talked about some other things that are coming your way. You started publishing as well. You shared these articles with me. And I mean, I'm just blown away by the whole transformation you went through. I mean, I remember when we talked in October, and then I see you now. I mean, just the level of confidence has skyrocketed. And you just went out there and you're publishing now. And you're not just publishing stuff, you're publishing articles that come from the heart. And so tell me a bit more about what has been happening there.
Well, I just needed this, little sparkle. I already had it within. And it's all a matter of inner work. I was just prepared, but you were the person to inspire me to show up because I saw this light, I saw the pathway clearly, and I hated the structure. What I missed was the structure. I already had the inspiration, the belief in what I do, but I just needed someone to show me how should I structure it, how should I put it, and then I was ready just to show up and share authentically because you also inspired me. Maybe I had a limiting belief in the past. I don't know. It should be a limiting belief, but it inspired me that I can just be myself out there in this big world, and who cares? It is what it is. I'm not losing anything just by being myself, and that's how I started to attract the right people, the right clients, the right partners. Yeah. So it's amazing.
It's a funny thing. It's actually when you show up as who you are in your marketing, in your sales, in everything you do, in your communication. It's not like it's less effective. It's actually you automatically and effortlessly attract the tribe that already looks for you, is already seeking you. The people who resonate with you. The people who share your values and people who share your mission of the bigger picture, and therefore you don't have to persuade people. They show up, they come to you, but that requires courage. And I'm so impressed by you because you took that courage to show up in a way that is authentic to you, in a way that resonates with you, and you express yourself in the sequence, in the messages that you send out. You express yourself that way in the articles you publish. And that takes courage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you need your tribe because you cannot be alone. And I saw you as someone supporting me and part of my tribe. That's why I did it. And I'm really grateful. Really grateful. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And thanks for sharing this with us. Just one quick last thing. Can you share maybe just quickly, maybe the rough outline of what you implemented from the system? Like, what are some of the pieces that you've implemented in order to, get that deal now with the company? Like, what are some of the pieces? Like, can you tell me maybe about the sequence of how you implemented that, and how do you get those people onto your profile? Have you done anything with your LinkedIn profile dramatically changed? And what are some of the things that you've implemented there?
I think that there are two major steps. Sharing more of who I am by publishing articles, looking profiles, and attracting people to look at my profile with articles, and with, of course, actively searching for people. And when these people showed up, I started to follow up and to implement the sequences and basically build authentic communication. So that's how it happened for me.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing that, Elena. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Elena. Bye-bye.
Bye.